You are about to waste over $1,000. I've seen it happen to artists every single week. They buy a laptop that looks beautiful on paper, and then Photoshop chokes on a 50-layer file, and their Procreate sketches stutter on export. I know which one of the laptops in this video will let you down the hardest. I'm going to tell you, but not yet. Stick around to the end. I'm going to reveal one spec that most artists never check before buying, and it will change everything. Here's what nobody tells you up front. A beautiful display means nothing if your machine can't hold that canvas open. Artists push laptops differently than everyone else. Photoshop, Procreate, Clip Studio, Blender, these apps eat RAM for breakfast. The wrong machine costs you twice, once when you buy it, and again when a tight deadline hits and the machine can't keep up. Pick wrong and you lose clients. You lose nights. You lose the flow state that makes great work possible. Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, because at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you one thing most artists never check before buying. It could be the most expensive mistake you make. Okay, let's get into it. Number 5. Microsoft Surface Pro 11. This machine turns into a drawing tablet. That's its whole superpower. The Surface Pro 11 runs full Photoshop and Illustrator on an OLED display that's genuinely stunning. 2880 by 1920, 120 Hz, inky blacks. Open Clip Studio Paint on this thing and your brushstrokes feel immediate. The Slim Pen 2 gives you 4096 pressure levels and real tilt recognition. Flip the keyboard back and it becomes a sketchpad, a serious portable sketchpad. Battery hits 12 to 15 hours on the Snapdragon X. Take it anywhere, no charger anxiety. It's light at 1.97 pounds. Your bag barely notices it's there. Starting at $999, it's accessible, but, and this matters, that base config is underpowered for heavy artwork. You want the Snapdragon X Elite model. That pushes closer to $1,599. Here's the thing I have to be honest about. The pen still has diagonal line jitter. Angular lines, buildings, vehicles, furniture, they wobble slightly. Not for everyone, but for precision line artists, that's a real limitation. Also, Adobe Illustrator and Lightroom Classic had compatibility issues on ARM in late 2024. Check your software before you buy. Number 4. Dell XPS 159330. This laptop has a display that makes colors feel physical. The optional OLED 3.5K panel on the XPS 15 is stunning. 3456 by 2160, 100% DCI-P3 color coverage. Every hue you paint on screen looks exactly how it will look in print or on other screens. Open a multi-layer Photoshop file on this machine. The Core i7 with RTX 4070 chews through it. Brushstrokes render in real time. Export a large illustration, done before you've even stood up. Battery on the OLED model is real. You're getting 8 to 10 hours of creative work. It's 4.23 pounds, thin, premium, portable. Pull this out at a client meeting and the room notices. Starting at $2,249, this is a serious investment. But if a missed client deadline costs you $500, this machine pays for itself in months. One thing, the base model ships with an FHD Plus screen, not OLED. For color-critical artwork, you must get the OLED 3.5K upgrade. That's the $2,649 sweet spot. Don't buy the base and wish you'd gone further. Ports are limited, 2 Thunderbolt 4, no SD card reader. Get a hub, it's a minor annoyance.
Number 3. Asus ProArt Studiobook 16 OLED. This is the only laptop that has a physical dial built just for Adobe apps. The Asus dial sits right below the keyboard. Turn it, your brush size changes. Turn it again, zoom in or out. No shortcuts, no keyboard shortcuts, Just your hand, just the work. If you live in Creative Cloud, this changes everything. The 3.2K 120Hz OLED display is Pantone validated. Delta E less than 1, that's professional calibration. 100% DCI-P3, 0.2 millisecond response time. Every color you pick is the color you mean. Under the hood, Core i9 with RTX 4070 laptop GPU. Up to 64 GB RAM, dual SSD configuration. 3D animation, heavy blender scenes, Forte video editing, this machine handles all of it without throttling. It starts at $2,000. That's steep. But here's the honest math. If you're billing clients for creative work and this machine saves you 2 hours a week, it pays for itself inside a year. It's thick at 0.94 inches. It weighs 5.29 pounds. This is not the machine you take to coffee shops. It's the machine you build your best work on. The touchpad placement feels off at first. The Asus dial only supports Adobe apps, not all software. If you use Procreate or Krita more than Adobe, the dial's value shrinks. Number 2. Apple MacBook Air M4. This fanless laptop outruns most Windows machines with a dedicated GPU. The M4 chip inside the 2025 MacBook Air handles Photoshop, Illustrator, and Lightroom without ever spinning a fan. Silence, just work. Open a 40-layer PSD on this machine. Pan, zoom, switch tools, export. The machine never hesitates. The liquid retina display with P3 wide color shows your artwork exactly as it should look. Battery runs 18 hours. Real hours. Take it to a cafe, a co-working space, a park bench, it stays alive all day. At 2.79 pounds, it disappears into your bag. Starts at $999 for the 13-inch. The 15-inch with 512 gigabytes hits $1,399. For an artist, that is the sweet spot. You get a color-accurate display, silent peak performance, and portability that no Windows laptop at this price can match. One thing, this is a fanless machine. For sustained heavy 3D rendering or 8K video exports, it will thermal throttle under long loads. If 3D is your bread and butter, look at the Pro. If 2D illustration and design is your world, this machine is a dream. Number 1. Apple MacBook Pro M4. There is no better laptop ever made for professional artists. Full stop. The MacBook Pro M4 has a liquid retina XDR display that reaches 1,000 nits of sustained brightness. The nano texture option adds a matte finish that eliminates glare completely. Colors don't just look accurate, they look alive. Open a 200-layer Photoshop file. Run Blender and Premiere simultaneously. Export a 4K illustration while still working on another. The M4 Pro chip, 14-core CPU, 20-core GPU, up to 48 gigabytes unified memory, handles every single one of those tasks without a single dropped frame. Battery life is a quoted 24 hours. In real creative use, you're hitting 16 to 18 hours. That's a full workday and then some. And it weighs just 3.5 pounds. You carry a machine this capable in one hand. The 14-inch M4 Pro starts at $1,999. Yes, that's real money. But here's the truth. If you're a professional artist losing even one client because your machine couldn't keep up, that client was worth more than this laptop. This is the machine you never have to apologize for. One thing to know, macOS doesn't run every Windows-only app. If your workflow is locked to Windows software, the ProArt Studiobook is your answer. For everyone else, this is the one. If you're torn between the MacBook Air and MacBook Pro, drop a comment below. Tell me your situation and I will tell you exactly which one fits your workflow. Okay, here's the thing most artists never check. It's not RAM, it's not processor speed, it's color gamut coverage. When you're buying a laptop for art, you need to look for 100% DCI-P3 or Adobe RGB. sRGB is the standard display space. It only covers about 70% of what DCI-P3 can show. If you're painting in sRGB and your client is viewing on a P3-capable screen, your colors are shipping wrong. Your saturation is wrong. Your greens and reds look different to them than they look to you. Before you buy any laptop, search the exact model name plus color gamut coverage DCI-P3. If it doesn't hit 90% or above, it is not an artist's laptop. That's the check, that's the one. You just saved yourself from a painful mistake. All 5 Amazon links are in the description. Prices change, the links stay current. If this saved you from a purchase you'd have regretted, hit the like button. It helps other artists find this before they make that expensive mistake. Next video, the best drawing tablets to pair with each of these laptops. The right tablet can unlock capabilities the laptop alone cannot give you. Get the right tools, make the work that matters.